We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Tuesday edition of Stay Cashin show. I am joined by the gorgeous, best producer in the world, Evan. You knew I was talking about you. Evan Hand. What up, E?
Not much, man. Doing well. I'd be doing a lot better if everybody liked the video. So we have 72 people watching and 43 likes. So
Well, wait till that gets up to 273 and 53 likes. Then you'll really get mad.
Oh, I'll be pissed.
Then you really get upset. So you got your yellow on today. You're wearing all yellow. What's up with that?
Dude, sun's shining. Sun's shining. It's 65 degrees outside. I mean,
yes.
We got to get in the mood. Spring mood. Get the pastels out.
I mean, listen, I'm such an honorable man that the great Bill Rupp told me I needed to wear a red polo today, and he was going to search his closet and go find everything, go find me a polo. He forgot. I don't even.
No, I don't have one. I love.
He doesn't have one. Didn't tell me to now, but so I did the best I could, and I wore my red sweatshirt today, Bill, for you. I don't have a red polo. I would have got one this morning, but you didn't remind me. So I figured in honor of your Tiger Woods.
Listen, I'll take that.
It's my reddest piece of clothing I have.
I'll take it. I'll take the win.
And you didn't. You forgot.
I did totally forget today.
Yeah,
listen, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I mean, we're subway shootings. I thought Hoffman was dead this morning. I mean, I was looking for little Hoffman everywhere. He wasn't in the chat in the morning. He wasn't fucking answering my texts. And then I find out it was in Brooklyn and Hoffman was walking the dog. So Hoffman is safe. We found out Hoffman was not in the subway shooting. So that is good. So
that is a good thing, Bill. So I think we lead with that, right? It is a sports story because it's going rampant on Twitter right now that the game might be canceled. So I don't stop it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but supposedly everyone's saying that the game might be postponed or canceled. Ever you want to say postponed or canceled or pushed back, whatever, to a later date.
What is the difference, Bill?
I don't know. So
that was a big debate from like 17 shows ago.
Yeah, but hold on. First of all, before we get into that, you did lose. Let's go back to Friday. You saying, "Oh, look at Tiger Woods," and I clearly remember saying, "Tommy, they play 18 holes." Oh, Bill, he's plus 4 already. Tommy, they play 18 holes. And what happened? Tiger came back, saved the day, finished. He did finish shitty on the hole.
I mean, he literally finished like 16 over, I think.
It doesn't matter. It was mattered the first 2 days. That was the bet. You and everybody else in our chat room. I made the best 100-unit bet of my life.
I didn't be. I had one little bet.
No. There were people in there. There were people in there who said that.
Don't. Well, listen, here's the thing. I agree with you. Do not group me. The way you said that, you were grouping me in with the 100-unit people. No.
And then there was other people like Vegas Trav who made a bet against me about our icon. I mean, I still have to get Iconic to do that. He lost that. So, I mean, I just won a ton of bets, off of that Tiger thing. And you having to wear the red. We didn't have a polo, but I'm appreciate you wearing the red as the loss anyway.
I'm an honorable man, Bill Rupp. I'm an honorable man. It is a little frustrating to have to take an L on the Tiger situation when he literally shot. So let me just explain to you how bad Tiger did. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6th worst score on the entire tournament.
Pull him out!
The 6th worst score on the entire tournament. The worst scorer was Schefter, who got cut and hit a plus 22. The 6th worst score on the whole tournament was Vijay Singh, who had a plus 14. Tiger ended up finishing with plus 13, right? So, I mean, you're literally talking about probably his worst Masters ever, right?
Well, let's also take into the fact that 14, 15, 18 months ago, his ankle was literally backwards. His leg was held together by skin.
It's a lot different when they take you and just throw you in the cloning lab and bring out the
I have a broken tibia, and I'm still on a crutch from 3.5 months ago. Right. This guy's out there walking 18 holes for fucking 4 days. I mean, he looked pretty fucking good.
Somehow his traps are bigger than they've ever been in his life. So listen, they brought the clone out. That's fine. And he had a good first day. That's for sure. He was imploding on the second day. And then the people who controlled the firmament that we live within, the dome, like the Hunger Games dome, decided on the 7th hole when Tiger was 5 over through 6 to stop the weather. And the weather just stopped. And Mother Nature just went, okay, no more wind. And Tiger finished out the day strong. I feel like this was weather simulation. That's what I feel like it was. So they said, we need Tiger here for ratings. We got to stop this weather. And they stopped the weather in the middle of his round. So
Let's go.
anyway, Bill Rupp won the bet. Kills me. I almost wish, Bill, he would have finished like +2 or like at least in the hunt, because it frustrates you that I lost a bet and watched him shoot.
It made
over back-to-back days.
It made Sunday uneventful, basically, for the Tiger thing, because he did so well the first day and was top 7, was right in there, you know, and then he just shit the bed, and it made the whole Sunday like not as good as it. Listen, golf needs him. I mean, there's a lot of good guys coming up. You know, these guys are good, but they're not Tiger. Come on, let's be honest. They're not Tiger. Golf needs this guy. They need somebody. And it's not Scotty Scheffler. It's not Rahm. It's not these guys. Somebody's got to step up and do something. Koepka just sucks now. The guy's garbage. He doesn't win anymore. I don't know. I don't know who it is. But Evan, I did hear that Scotty Scheffler, who won the Masters, went to the same high school as Clayton Kershaw and Matthew Stafford.
No shit.
So that high school got to celebrate a World Series champion 2 years ago.
Hold on, I'm gonna write this down. You know where's my tinfoil?
A Super Bowl champion this year and a Masters champion.
Where is that high school? Is it in Broward County?
Somebody said where it was in the chat. I forget.
I'll look it up.
And they said there's also a woman there. Somebody else who did something really good came from there. I forget. Somebody in the chat had mentioned it. I forgot.
Maybe an OnlyFans girl that gave fantastic head.
Highland Park in Dallas, Texas.
Hold on, I've heard of Highland Park before. I've heard of Highland. Wasn't there a Highland Park shooting?
No, that's Parkland.
I thought. Yeah, you're right. Actually.
So something is going on in that area with that high school. I mean,
I'm looking up their notable alumni.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, let's see. We got to see if there's a baseball player from there or a hockey player.
Kershaw.
Oh, Kershaw already got it. All right, so Scheffler, Stafford. So we need to see if there's an NBA player and a hockey player.
Oh, man, there's a ton. Holy.
Or tennis. Tennis, too.
And we got to see if they're near a cloning lab. We got to find out if there's a cloning lab out there.
Oh, Jesus.
Bo Schultz, Kyle Williams, Chris Young.
No. I don't know any of these people.
Nick Rose. He was a place kicker.
Oh, Bill loves kickers.
I do. Unless it's cool. I don't like him.
He does love
I don't like him unless it's cool.
So we have Tiger Woods with probably the biggest letdown of biggest accomplishment we've ever seen, right? Literally, there was no reason to watch Tiger after like noon on Saturday. It was just they stopped even showing some of the stuff. That's how bad it was. It was literally wall-to-wall Tiger coverage the first 2 days. But Bill, you get the win. You get the win. The drugs must have worn off. The adrenochrome probably wore off by day 3, and he started to fall apart. But we do have a big-time situation going on. I mean, I want to go down this rabbit hole so bad, but it's really not sports, so I can't go down it. But I will say that the shooting that took place this morning, Bill, I woke up to the news of it, happened around 9 o'clock in the morning. So by the time I woke up, you know, I turned on, you know, the sports shows to see, you know, what was going on, what everyone's talking about, what I missed that we're going to talk around on here. And everyone's talking about a subway shooting. And I'm like, why is every sports show talking about a subway shooting? Turns out it was in Brooklyn. Right. And the Nets obviously play the play-in game today. We'll talk about that. I think we got Aber coming on in a little bit to drop some plays. Me and Bill will have some plays. But there was a shooting in a Brooklyn subway. Bunch of people injured. No one died. And there's some real weird shit going on around it. And the best part was they interviewed Kevin Durant, Bill. I don't know if you saw the Durant interview.
Well, says the whole Nets team is devastated and shocked.
I mean, that's what they led to it with, right? They led into it with the Nets team is devastated. Here's some words from Kevin Durant. And I'm expecting Kevin Durant to go in there and be like, we fear for our safety. We feel so sorry for these people. Kevin Durant looked like fucking LeBron James when they were asking him about the Malcolm X book. Remember, he was holding the book and he's like, he said the word Negro a lot. He was a strong man. He was a black man. Like, he obviously didn't read it. Durant had no idea what happened. They interviewed him and he's like, yeah, we heard a lot of sirens and, there's a lot of people scurrying around. We really just hope everyone's okay. And it's scary stuff when stuff happens this close. He had no idea what happened. So
no clue.
None. What's Kevin Durant taking a subway?
Listen, there's things you just don't do right now in this world, and get on a New York City subway is probably number one in the world. I mean, people are getting pushed on the platforms. I keep telling Hoffman, stay away from that goddamn subway.
Fucking Hoffman's got to get off that.
Thinks he's Superman. I was going nuts in the chat this morning. I thought Hoffman might have been killed, but he wasn't. I mean, the subway's a mess. And then, I mean, you can go into your little conspiracy, Tommy, if you want to tell everybody. I mean, like I said, too, the lieutenant governor thing happened. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it fits the exact false flag narrative that I'm going to possibly even do a thread on. Maybe it's that obvious. I mean, you had, give me 3 minutes here to get off sports, and then we'll get right back on the sports. It's just very odd, and this is interesting. Even if you follow sports, this is Brooklyn shootings all over the news right now because of the Nets game.
And they may not play. We'll see.
Right, they may not play tonight, so it is topical, Evan. So do I get like a 60-second pass?
No, go for it. You're
tangential. It's a conspiracy. So you had Biden go out yesterday and do a Rose Garden speech on gun shooting, hugging teenagers and telling them how we need to stop mass shootings.
And did you see how he was trying to put the gun together? He's like, anybody can put this gun together. Look, anybody can do it.
It looked like the soldiers in the Ukraine videos where the clip was falling out of their guns.
What an idiot. I think that might have been the first time he's held a gun.
He's never held a gun. Never. So you have Biden doing this big thing about gun control yesterday. And it's all about mass shootings and he's hugging small children and shit like that. So that happens, right? Then all of a sudden we find out yesterday that Mayor Adams has been diagnosed with COVID. Okay? No one's getting COVID in the world except high-level Democratic politicians. I don't think I know one person who has COVID in the last fucking month and a half. But so Mayor Adams gets COVID and is now isolating. Okay? So no one thinks anything of it. Then this morning at 9 a.m. a news story drops that the lieutenant governor of New York City has been arrested and indicted on bribery, fraud, money laundering. I mean, you name a charge, and he's basically just been indicted for it. Correct, Bill?
Correct.
Okay. So that's a huge story. 15 minutes later, and let me read it to you. Breaking, New York Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin has been arrested in a federal corruption investigation. U.S. prosecutors say Benjamin faces charges of bribery, wire fraud, and falsification of records. This is the guy that was very controversial to Adams, that he put into office, that everyone said, you really putting this guy as lieutenant governor? So he gets arrested. 22 minutes later, there's a mass shooting in a Brooklyn fucking train station. 22 minutes later, the guy throws a smoke bomb with a gas mask on, shoots in a car, starts blasting off on people. 0 people die, which is impossible. 0 people are even critically wounded from the last I've seen. Everyone's hurt, but everyone's going to survive it. And Bill, my favorite part, there were no working cameras in the whole 10-block radius of fucking 36th Street Station. This isn't like fucking some random spot. This is dead in the middle of the biggest restaurant and fucking businesses, restaurants, you name it, is all right there. This is Sunset Park. And there's not a single camera working.
Nor a single cop on the platform.
Right. It's going to take over all the news because you got the Nets playing today, too. So you're going to get the sports people talking about it and the regular people. And you have the gun control thing from yesterday. And guess what? No one's talking about right now.
The governor.
The lieutenant governor being arrested on these charges. And guess who can't come out publicly to address it right now? The mayor, because he's quarantined with COVID. So by the time he comes out of COVID in 5-6 days, no one's going to give a shit about the lieutenant governor or the fucking shooting in Brooklyn, and it'll all be done. Sorry. No, camera's not working was the final straw for me, Bill. Well, as a new quasi-conspiracy theory member, Bill, do you think the faction was involved in this?
100%. I mean, it has to do
100%, Evan.
It has to do with the game. I mean, the game, too. We got to see the line movement on FanDuel, see what's going on, see if the money, see is someone injured, is someone sick on another team that they're playing, do the Cavs have someone coming back maybe tomorrow? I don't know. But it'll be interesting to follow what's going on with that. Could all be tied together, Tommy. I really don't know, but they're definitely involved somehow.
We're watching a fucking movie, and it's called Hunger Games 3, and they're just dropping these little things at us here. So, I don't know. Is this going to affect the game tonight? I don't think so. I mean, is it going to affect attendance?
If you guys want breaking like information on NBA, be sure to watch the Stephen A. Smith show, because all he's talking about today was LeBron James.
Russell Westbrook.
I mean, what? Who produces these shows?
Not me.
Not Evan Hand. Not Evan Hand. Dude, I actually
we come on here today and have an hour discussion about LeBron James and Russell Westbrook? What is going on?
I mean, I honestly, because ESPN tends to be a channel I fall asleep to. Everyone's like, why do you watch ESPN? We all know ESPN sucks. Stop it. Every channel sucks. But it's basically, for me, it's like I basically watch Scott Van Pelt, which is a very good show on there. Van Pelt's show is awesome. And then I just mute it and fucking go to my Netflix. So I usually wake up to that on, and I tend to wake up right in that 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock window where Stephen A. Smith is on. And he's always screaming about something. I think he's my alarm clock. And yeah, Bill, that's what I woke up to. I woke up to Stephen A. Smith screaming about fucking Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. I'm like, why are we still talking about the Lakers? Done, dude. The playoffs start today. You have so much shit to talk about. Why are we talking about the fucking Lakers still? I don't understand it.
It's absolutely insane. The whole news, ESPN's coverage of sports is absolutely insane anyway. I mean, I was watching the Drew Barrymore show this morning. It gets interrupted for the shooting.
Can we stop there? Can we stop there? No, what were you watching this morning?
The Drew Barrymore show. Love Drew. And then I was right about to watch Let's Make a Deal, one of my favorite shows, and the shooting gets interrupted. But they did say, Let's Make a Deal will be on our sister station, WLNY. So I had to switch my other TV to Let's Make a Deal. And then go on a hunt for Hoffman. And then go to the chat and find out what else is going on. So
well, there's another. It
was a rough morning for me. Morning.
There's another reason for the false flag. Inflation, and someone in the chat just wrote this. Good job. Inflation just hit 8.5% today. That's a 40-year high we just hit today. So that story broke at 10:30 a.m. So pretty much every bad story in America broke as someone was fucking.
I also have other things. I've got my shirt today from Bob's Lessons.
Nice.
It's fake and gay shirt. I don't believe anything on this shirt, but I will help him promote it. You know, he's a nice guy. And I will wear it.
And anyone who gives Bill free stuff, all in.
I love free stuff.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of free stuff, too. I got to go check and see if mine's there, because I'm going to wear mine on.
Oh, yeah. It came in this nice, nifty bag today and everything.
Look at that. Look at Bobby running a fucking high-end fucking clothing distributor out there.
Yeah, and the shirt is awesome. It's a nice quality shirt.
At Bob's Lessons on Bobby, maybe heading up the fucking merch for fucking No Mercy.
I mean, listen, the shirt is high quality, just as good as our 4 deep ones.
Let's go.
Great.
At Bob's Lessons. If you're a double XL, you might have trouble getting a shirt. I think he ordered like 7 of those, and he sold his first 9 shirts for double XLs. I told him, I'm like, dude, the conspiracy community, you got to get a lot of double XLs. No, Amazon said, okay. He ran out like day one. No double XLs. So what else we got going in the world of sports here? We had Schefter almost get canceled this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we do have to talk about the elephant in the room. That's Dwayne Haskins getting hit by a dump truck this weekend on a highway in Fort Lauderdale.
I mean, everything's a conspiracy theory right now. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
I mean,
what's your take on this?
What was he doing?
Something's wrong, because the story's changed 3 times. The big thing about a conspiracy, you know, it's a conspiracy if the story changes. The initial story is usually the right story. So the initial story was that he fucking went out and just got whacked on the highway. Then it was he was going to get gas, and then he was going for a jog, and then like it's changed like 5 different times. So what's the current story on Dwayne Haskins right now?
The last thing I heard was that he was driving on the highway and he ran out of gas, and he decided that he's going to play Frogger, basically, go across the highway to go get gas. But my thing is, you're an NFL quarterback, regardless of if you're not you're not a starter, you're best or not. You should have enough money to keep gas in your car at all times.
Well, I mean, I think you should have enough athleticism to get across a highway, considering, Bill, I'm sure you too, living in New Jersey, there's nothing but highways. Like literally where I lived in Hackensack before I moved here, there was literally 3 to 4 highways connecting at my apartment, right? So there's highways.
I mean, but it was like, what was it?
We've
like
all played Frogger.
It was like 6 a.m. though, too.
Yeah, we've all played fucking Frogger. Me and Bill have run across highways at 22 years old, drunk, to go get cigarettes across the street, whatever it is. He's an NFL quarterback who's 25 at 6 a.m. when there's no traffic.
And you don't see a dump truck?
Yeah, I mean,
I can see if my little mini's coming down the fucking road.
Maserati's flying down at $130 or something. Like, how fast is a dump truck going? You know, that you can't. That doesn't add up to me. He's the most that. Bill, is it fair to say that an NFL player is more athletic than me and you ever were? Like, I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, no.
And he's a quarterback.
No, I don't buy that story at all.
I mean, and then you wake up and you see that Schefter tweet and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, Schefter was a piece of shit. I don't know why.
What does this have to do with the guy dying? Like,
yeah,
what a dick.
I mean, for me personally, it's like and the other thing with the running out of gas on the highway stuff too. I mean, it's like, dude, I found out recently that your gas tank goes 40 miles below the E. I always thought when the E went on, like, you're in trouble, like when it goes to 0. Then I found out you can go like another 40, 50 miles. So, like, you know, you really have to fucking do a lot to run out of gas. I've done it in a rainstorm once in my life, and Bill Rupp had to come fucking halfway down here. But that's it. But all very shady. Schefter's tweet, which he deleted, was something along the lines of, you know, today we lost Dwayne Haskins, blah, 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 NFL quarterback, Ohio State standout, who struggled to catch on with the Redskins and the Steelers, blah, 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 blah. And people just went motherfucking nuclear on it.
Crazy.
Nuclear. And, I mean, it is retarded. Like, you got to be retarded to, like, when a guy dies to say, you know, something negative about him at all. Have you guys heard? But see, I jumped off Schefter quick because the reason why I can't kill Schefter, like, Evan, it seems like you want his head for sure.
Yeah, right? He's just been saying stupid shit lately. I just don't understand. Now, Des Bryant, he wants his head on a steak. He's been tweeting like crazy about this guy.
A lot of people want his head on the steak. That's for sure. Bill, how do you feel about Schefter?
I think it was fucked up. What he said. I mean, you know, but he is what he is. You know what I mean? I don't really like him anyway.
Yeah, I don't like what he's been. Like Kevin said, he's fucking been an idiot lately. He's been making a lot more mistakes than he ever has lately. Honestly, the reason I don't kill him on it is because I thought, honestly, comparatively, it was a nice statement if he wasn't dead. Like, the nicest thing you could say about Dwayne Haskins' football career is that he struggled to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh. The reality is he's the worst quarterback in the history of the NFL. So I can't murder and destroy someone because they told the truth, right? Like, what he said was actually true. It was completely wrong, completely inappropriate, not the right time. You know, I get all that. But for people trying to say they should cancel Schefter and he should never be able to report again, like, relax. Like, it's, you know,
yeah. I don't think he's wrong for saying it, but like, a guy just got hit by a dump truck. I mean,
I would never do it, and I'm an asshole. I would never do it. Like, even if I'm
maybe like a week later.
Yeah, a couple weeks you make a Haskins joke, maybe.
But like, to break the news, like, a guy who kind of sucked. He's good at Ohio State.
Yeah. I mean, at the same token, listen, I'm all about fucking blunt honesty. I just don't think he's in a position. Have you heard Gil Brandt's?
I heard that one.
Did you hear that, Bill? The one I sent you?
Yeah, you sent it to me. Mm-hmm. About him.
I almost want to play this.
Him living his life on the edge or something. I can
find it.
This is the craziest thing. I have it here.
I'm never offside.
Can you hear this?
Got to know the young man a little bit, but also from a scouting standpoint,
Can you hear it?
You analyzed the years at Ohio State and then coming into the league with the Washington Commanders and then going to the Pittsburgh.
So, I mean, this is Gil Brandt, who's, of course, worked for Jerry Jones, is like the head of fucking, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's one of these
Steelers.
Old guys.
Obviously, it's a terrible tragedy. And what wanted your thoughts on that? And also on the player, because you did chronicle his career very closely.
Well, Dan, I hate anytime anybody is killed or anybody dies. But he was a guy that was living to be dead, so to speak. They told him, don't under any circumstances leave school early. You just don't have the work habits. You don't have this. You don't have that. What did he do? Left school early. I always can remember this. We invited players to the draft, and he was one of the players we invited to the draft. And we were told, no, we're going to have our own party. His own party was a party at a bowling alley, charged him $50 to get into the bowling alley for his party. It was always something, it's one of those things. I'm never offside, but they keep calling me for offside. Is what it is. So, it's a tragic thing. Anytime anybody dies, it's tragic. And especially when you're 24 years old and you got your whole life ahead of you. Maybe if he'd have stayed in school a year, he wouldn't do silly things. I mean, when you're jogging on a highway, on a road like that, that leaves it open because I tell you, it's so. Guy has 2 drinks and he's just a little bit to the right side of the road and gets hit and killed. It's easy to happen.
Yeah.
So imagine the guy having to go after that. He basically said, he lived like he was going to die. It was always something with him. Maybe if he stayed in school a year, he wouldn't have been doing stupid things like that. Bro, this guy can't be anywhere ever again anymore. He's got 270,000 followers. Former VP of player personnel for the Cowboys. Cowboys Ring of Honor 2018. Pro Football Hall of Famer. NFL.com analyst and SiriusXM radio host. That's who Gil Brandt is. Probably see none of those ever again. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the type of shit that, Schefter's getting killed like he did that.
I mean, that dude, he's 90 years old. Like somebody just said, he does not give a fuck.
There's nothing better than an old guy, huh?
Literally no filter. I don't understand how staying in school one more year would help him not jog across a highway. But
that's crazy.
It makes no sense.
That's the craziest thing. But the funniest thing is you are the most honest when you're 7 and 97, right? Like, that's when you're the most. I wish everyone spoke like Gil Brandt just did and the 7-year-old does. Because at least you know who they are and what they think. Like, there's a lot of people out there right now. Like, I was saying this to Bill. And this is going to sound very bad because I know a lot of you are trained to fucking, just be shocked and awed by everything. But if you really think about it, the Pittsburgh Steelers don't have a quarterback, right? So, and I'm not saying this is me. I'm just telling you that there's people like this out there. Okay, that will never admit it. There's a lot of Steelers fans which would have done anything to get Dwayne Haskins off that roster because they were afraid he was going to play quarterback. There's legitimately people out there that are Steelers fans that are like, well, at least we don't have to worry about Dwayne Haskins. Like, that's how bad people are. Like, there's legitimately people that care more about the Steelers' future this year than Dwayne Haskins' life. There's crazy fans out there, but no one will say it. Right? I'm not saying it's me. I'm not saying anything like that. But, Bill, is that a fair statement?
I mean, listen, the whole thing was nuts, but I agree.
There's people that are thinking that right now.
Yeah.
For instance, let me give you an example. I don't want to see Aaron Boone die. Never would I want to see anyone killed for a baseball team. But I'm a huge Yankee fan. I know the Yankees. I want Boone off the team. I don't want to see him die. If he was jogging, fucking dump truck. I'm probably not gonna like cry much.
I mean, I just think Tommy G just.
But I don't want to see it happen.
I mean, I think you just lost your chances of ever becoming the GM of the Yankees or any other organization.
I'm just saying.
Probably wasn't the best thing to say. But...
I mean, I never met him, but I hope he doesn't die.
No,
I don't. I mean, listen, break a leg.
Yeah, no, not now. No,
break a leg, recover.
Well,
it's not his fault. I'm sure he's a wonderful guy. It's just I care more about my team than I do about anyone else.
So anyway, we just cashed the first 5 under on the Boston game. Listen, I'm going to tell you about this Boston team. Anybody who thinks that they're fucking good or anything like that, they are not good. Baseball is a little backwards right now anyway, but if you go back to last year when Boston was supposed to finish second to last in the division, be like above Baltimore, they basically have the exact same team, the same situation, the same team. They got Story, he was injured. He's got COVID, so he's not even playing. But same fucking team who was supposed to finish dead last, who had a good year. I mean, his team's not good. They are not good. Detroit, on the other hand, is a team that could be good. I told you on here, plus 600, win the division. I
mean, listen, you're right. The thing about baseball right now, let's pivot over to baseball for a second here. We'll give some bets and then we'll get to the NBA. The thing about baseball here is that the season's been crazy to start, right? Which is normal in baseball. It usually takes, you got to remember, we're walking into a season where they're coming off a lockout, right? So there's a very shortened spring training. There's been a lot of chaos. There's a lot of rule changes. There's teams all of a sudden trying out fucking electronic things. And, there's a lot of stuff going on. They were playing with the balls. They're adding humidors. And you do have a shortened spring. So I don't think anyone should overreact too much to the first week of the baseball season. I will say that day 1 was up and down a little bit. Day 2 was fantastic. And then the last 2 days have been just crazy, like you're seeing teams that are minus 400 down 9-0 in the first inning, and shit like that. But what we are seeing is this is a time for baseball where you need to be noticing some trends and some things that keep happening. One of the things that I've noticed is
here you go, Tommy.
Here we go. Here's one of the things that I've noticed. Teams are plus 600, plus 1,000, and winning by 4. That's been happening a lot lately, right? So we've been noticing that. So one of the mistakes that I've made early in the year, and I can't bet my pitcher props, and you can't even bet too many player props yet, just because no one's in form. So like you're just kind of just throwing darts a little bit. You can't bet pitcher props at all, just because you don't know what their pitch counts are going to be. You got to wait till like tomorrow and forward for their second start. But for me, Bill, I've been noticing, I mean, every game is pretty random and erratic. So in this Boston game, I was thinking about betting Boston coming into the day. But we'd been burned by them a couple of times, so I stayed off it. So I just waited till they went down 3-0 and hit them plus 400 or 500, for a unit, because it's like I'm only risking a unit, and it's the 5th inning. We're going to get a good offense, plus 500. Teams are going crazy. So I mean, for me right now, I'm moving towards a little more until it's stabilized, and it'll settle. This is baseball; it'll settle in a few days. You'll start to see who's good, who's bad. But for right now, for me, man, the trend that I'm noticing, Bill, is that a lot of plus 500s are fucking coming back and winning the game. So why not just sprinkle those instead of trying to bet pregame when you don't see what's going on?
It's a lot of bad pitching, combined with a lot of bad fielding. Yesterday in the game, Rackets had first inning, no runs. And then we got like 8 base runners in the first inning with 1 hit. It was walked, hit by pitches and everything else. So a lot of crazy stuff. The totals have been weird. Yesterday I think I lost 2 or 3 and won 2 or 3. So it was probably about even on the totals. First one today already hit the first 5. I have another one in a little while. And then I got 3 more for later. So I'm going to try to ride these total trends and find like some of the unders in places. And, then the other day when we were hitting the overs live, some of these games.
Those have been great. Those have been great.
Yeah.
I smashed it when we were doing the, what game was that this weekend? one game that just the Angels game, the 19-run game, just kept going off. We just kept hitting it.
Yeah, and then the Guardians the other day.
Guardians the other day. But I mean, listen, it's people who are freaking out because I haven't been like yesterday. I was terrible. I'm just looking at my bets from yesterday. Yesterday was terrible. I had the Braves and Rays. There it is. Braves and Rays. I mean, both minus 300, put them in a parlay. They both got fucking skull fucked. They both lost by like 5 to the Nationals and the A's. I had over 1.5 runs in those games. That one. The plus 3.5 on Toronto, they won easy. Plus 3.5 on Miami covered. Seattle missed by 1 run. That was suck. I had Toronto plus 102. They won. Seattle lost. Miami lost. And then early with Boston and Texas. So it was a bad day for me yesterday for sure. But every one of those games early, we could have hedged. We could have had a plus 1,000, at some point. In one game, you could have had it on both sides. So I'm noticing this trend, and that's what the first 4 or 5 days of any sport are about. Notice the trends. Notice what's working. Bill's picked up a couple things. I picked up a couple things. Right now, I have 2 bets in today. That's it so far on this game. Plus 350 and plus 500.
People are missing out on lots of money by not hedging these bets.
Yeah, you got it. Right now, you got it.
When it's opportune. This morning, another perfect example in the chat. Racket said Novak. Everyone was on. He lost the first set, came back from a tie break on the second set and won. As soon as he won that second set tie break, he lost the first set, came back second set tie break. FanDuel had plus 700 on the other side for a match that's been basically even, which was crazy.
Yeah.
You have to hit that 700.
Yeah.
You have to. And again, FanDuel is the best place to hit dogs, guys. Plus 700 on FanDuel, plus 500 on DraftKings, plus 333 on MGM, Tommy. So from 700 to 333, and the guy came back and destroyed the third set. Novak lost, wasn't even in the thing. I made more money on the hedge than I made on the bet.
Look at Texas yesterday. We started the day off with a loss in the Texas game versus Colorado. Up 3-1 in the 8th inning with an out or two. Plus 1,000 on the other side. Just didn't do it. Next thing you know, boom, boom, boom. Colorado takes the lead. Could have been out for a profit either way. And then we could have got Texas plus 1,000, and they homered to tie it to bring it to. You literally could have had both sides plus 1,000. That's how these games are going. So, I mean, until things stabilize, because you got to remember, they're still in like mid-spring training form right now. They lost half of spring training. So there's errors, there's mistakes, there's pitchers being pulled at 61 pitches, in certain games. So until this sorts itself out and you can get some flow to the season, I think you really need to attack, some props and some in-game shit. That's the best way to do it. Because good luck. Fucking Oakland was up on Tampa 8-0 in the first inning yesterday. I mean, like, it's very difficult to play these sides right now. So we just gotta tweak it a little bit. That's all. What do you like for today, Bill, in baseball before we get to NBA?
So I've already hit my first play of the day. As of now, I've already given out to the chat. Cubs fought Pirates at 4:00. First half, first 5. First half, same thing. Under 5 runs. So first half on the Cubs Pirates under 5. The line has already moved. So if you can get alt line, you're gonna have to pay for it now, plus minus 145. So I would do that. I would pay up for the 5 because it's down to 4.5 now. But yeah, under 5 minus 145. First 5 and first half guys mean the same thing. People keep asking, does first half mean first 5? Yes.
All right, so that's a fair one there. I have my guy today. I'll probably play some DFS today too. Wild pitch, man on second. Boston can tie this up right here. 1 out. Plus 500 is looking nice. My boy Tyler McGill is pitching today for the Mets. Bill Rupp knows I'm a big McGill guy. I'm a big Met hater, but I'm a big McGill guy. That's my dude. I've been on him since last year. Him, Logan Webb, a couple others. So I like to target these guys. McGill looked fantastic in his last start. 5 innings against Washington, who honestly right now looking at Washington, he's playing Philly tonight. Philly looks worse than Washington, honestly, outside of one little outburst yesterday where Philly threw some runs up late in the game. I mean, that Philly offense has looked fucking pathetic so far this year.
Not worse than Milwaukee.
No, Milwaukee's completely drug shit. McGill threw 68 pitches last start. Obviously now, this is why I say we got to get that game under our belt. Once these guys get in their second, third rotation, we can start fucking around with it. He should be good for 78 to 85. Maybe he's good for a full run, but
what was Xander swinging at there?
I have no idea. I have no idea what anyone's doing in baseball right now. That ball was not even close. So there's two bets that I like here on this one game alone. I also
have a bet on that game.
Okay, go yours first while I pull up the sheet so I can.
All right, so I am on under 8.5 runs total on that game. Mets Phillies. The Mets, couple guys top of their offense are swinging the bat pretty well. Phillies, just nobody's really swinging the bat well. And like Tommy said, McGill, I'm going to target the under 8.5 on that game.
Okay, so that was one of my plays that I like on this. Okay. This is giving me a forced quit, Evan. Something's going on with my laptop here, so I'm just going to tell it to you. I wrote it in there right now. McGill over 15.5 outs. Okay, so that's the first one I like. That's plus money. So if you can get 14.5 minus money, I like that even more. So that would mean he just has to go 5 innings. So 15.5 means he needs to get an out into the 6th inning. So I like that over 15.5 outs, getting plus money on that. And then I like laying the juice on the 5+ Ks. So McGill 5+ Ks. Hold on one second here. I'm going to ladder that, Bill. I'm actually laddering McGill's Ks. So I like him 5+ Ks, minus 180. Let me just see where the other one is here. McGill. I just lost my spot. My computer just went batshit. I don't know what the fuck it was. I like him 7+ Ks plus 250, and I'm even going to throw a little sprinkle on 8+ plus 520. We won't make those official plays. Those are just for you guys. So I like the 5+ Ks minus 180. Stay fair. Stay fair.
It's fair.
Let's go.
Tied up.
Has tied it up from the time we got on the show to now. We have a plus 500 and a plus 350 sitting. Guys, you can now turn and hedge. Let me go tell the subscribers. So we have 1 unit on plus 350, half a unit on plus 500. And right now, this is the beauty of waiting. Right now, it's even money. It's a pick'em game. So if you want to go put 1.5 units on the other side, you cannot lose and you can only win right now. That's the nice thing about getting those 300s and 500s. You have so much room to hedge. Bill.
People who are listening in our chat, please hedge so I don't have to hear it later. Oh, yeah. Boston lost. Come on.
Yep. I mean, right now you got 6 units that we're winning if Boston wins. Just go throw 1.5 units on the other side. You don't even need to do a 3-unit hedge. Just throw 1.5 units. Just do it so that you could at least cover your losses. But I'm telling you, this is the way I'm going to be betting baseball until it calms down a little bit, Bill. Just wait till teams go down 3-0 and hit them plus 500. So those McGill plays, I'll give another baseball player or two out in a few minutes once my computer stops shitting the bed. Let's bring in Aber Baby and see what he's got for the NBA tonight. And then me and Bill will talk. What do you got going on there? What's this outfit? What's going on? A lot of things going on here, Aber. A lot of things going on here. Is that a Scully cap? What's that?
Where are you?
Hey, it's just a hat, man.
You got a little hat. Looks like you got your hair done with the hat and a lot going.
It's like 75 degrees in New Jersey.
Yeah, where are you? Are you in Alaska?
It's Michigan. It's 60. It's a little windy though. That's
60.
Right.
You look like you're bundled up. 60's nice.
So yeah, no, it's all right though. It's nice today. I wasn't prepared for the show, so I didn't have my 4 deep attire. Sorry.
Hey, listen, Aber, we appreciate the last minute jump in. Of course, that's a team player right there. So what do you like today? Won't keep you too long here. I know you got stuff to do. What do you like today in the NBA? We got 2 playing games today. We do have playing games tomorrow, but we leave those alone because we got a show tomorrow. So what do you like for that?
I don't know. Happy to finally get to the play-in, man. This is the most chaotic NBA season I've literally ever been a part of. It was absolute chaos. So with all the COVID stuff, I felt like teams were tanking early this year. So a little bitter at the books on Sundays for not putting out props. I was in chat bitching for about 24 hours. So, so we made it to the play-in games. So we got a really condensed lineups now. So the starters are just going to play tons of minutes. So I'm happy to have pretty good rotations, not have to worry about a bunch of people that no one knows. So one of the bets I'm on, though, is Darius Garland over 33.5 points and assists. Brooklyn's defense is not very good. They're if Cleveland wants to stay in this game, they're going to be heavy Garland tonight. I do think Brooklyn comes out on top, but I do expect Garland to put up a fight. So I like that quite a bit. I think he goes for almost 30 real points tonight, and then he'll cover the rest on assists by far. So I like that one quite a bit. And then in the same game, I'm going Durant over 31.5 points. Cleveland doesn't have anybody to stop him. They just played him, I think, last week, and he went for, I think it was 34 points, but it's playoff time for Durant, so he's going to chuck. The ball's going to be in his hands at all times, and I don't expect anybody on this team to stop him or slow him down. So as much as I love Cleveland's one of my favorite teams in the league, but I don't think they got a chance tonight. So
yeah, I think they got mowed through tonight too. Any interest in this other game here before we let you go? So we got the Clippers and Timberwolves going on in the other. Any interest over there?
I'm actually siding. I know you guys have touched on it and talked about it. I'm siding with you guys here on the Clippers. I think this is a terrible spot for the Timberwolves just based off the matchup and Paul George being back. I do have a little bit of interest in Paul George's points, rebounds, and assists, but they did jack it up to 40.5, which I think is a pretty good number. I don't think we really have much of an edge there on that. But I do like Paul George quite a bit tonight, and I do like the Clippers to take this game. So I didn't actually put it in our sheet, but I am taking I got a money line parlay on Nets money line and Clippers money line tonight. I'm shocked the Clippers are actually underdogs in this game. I get it, but from a statistical standpoint, I think the Clippers walk away with this one.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense either. And anything else on this before we let you go back, Aber? And then me and Bill will pick back up.
No, I think we're good. I'll be back tomorrow, though. We can go over the games again tomorrow as well. So
awesome, brother. So we're on the same side, Nets and Clippers. That's where I'm sitting too. So let's ride. See you in the chat tonight, Aber. Go and brave that 62-degree weather you're dealing with out there.
All right.
Later, bud.
Later, I'm on the same side here, Bill. I like the Nets and the Clippers here tonight. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm on the same side. I just don't know if I want to if I wanted to take the this Cleveland points. I don't know if the Nets win by 10. I'm not sure.
Well, here's the one thing you could do here. One
a lot of points.
What's up?
It's a lot of points. What did they win by the other day when they played them? 12 or 11? But they came back. They were losing.
Right. So here's what I'm doing right now.
Or they won by 9. I don't remember what they won by, but
they won by a lot, but they were losing by a lot. So here's what I'm doing on this. I'm gonna put this in right now for the people. I have the Nets there. I'm gonna do a little NBA teaser here, Bill. I think you're gonna enjoy this. You ready? This is on FanDuel. Hold on, get in that gap, you motherfucker. Oh my God, he fell down as he was catching it. So here's what I'm gonna do, Bill. Ready?
Yep.
9-point NBA teaser on FanDuel. Only laying about 138 on this. I'm gonna get the Nets minus a half. So as a pick, I'm gonna get the Clippers plus 12.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get the Hornets plus 14 against Atlanta tomorrow.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I like it.
Right? So there's our way to do it, right? So that's what I'm going to do there. Nets minus a half, Clippers plus 12, Hornets plus 14. I don't know if you guys – I don't have a line for the Pelicans. Spurs.
I might even add the Spurs in on that.
I don't have a line. It's locked on FanDuel.
Plus 5.5 on MGM Spurs right now.
Okay. So, yeah, listen, if you do that, let me just see here. Here's what you could do if you add that. You could actually go up to 10 points if you wanted at minus 120, or you could stay at 9 for plus 100. So for me, the extra 30 cents isn't worth it there. But listen, I'm fine with that. But 9-point teaser laying 138. That's very strange. It's very generous for FanDuel, because if you use the old school credit line bookies, you're laying 150 on a 7-point teaser in the NBA. So to get 138 on a 9-point teaser, that's something I'm interested in. So I like that a lot. We talked about McGill. I think, Bill, Nets take care of business today, for sure. They'll probably realize that, they got to get small at times. It seems like Steve Nash finally is understanding that. I think you're going to see more run for the main guys. And, Clippers plus 3. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm on the Clippers too. It's already down to plus 2.5 on MGM. I'm with you. I like it.
Yeah, so I'm going to put this in right now too. Clippers plus 3. So we're going to put that out here today. Clippers plus 3,500. We've mentioned this a few times all over our site to win the championship still. That team's good, man. That seems good. Don't wait until they get in the play-in game. If you have not hit that now. Make sure you get in on that ASAP. So I'm going to put the Clippers +3 as an official play to head back over to baseball now that my computer is done fucking glitching out of control. The Cubs I'm staying away from, so I got some stay away teams, Bill. I got some teams that I'm just straight staying away from, right? Not going near the Brewers. Me and you put them on 10-day probation. So need to see what the fuck's going on there. And that's the important thing to do this time of year. Just find teams to stay away from. Like, I know Bill's staying away from the Red Sox. You know, he'll be back on it, but right now he doesn't want anything to do with it until he sees him turn. That's how baseball works. I've been pretty much staying away from Cleveland only because they look different than what I thought they were coming into the year. I always liked Seattle getting money. They were the most profitable team to bet on last year of any team in baseball. There's a few things that I do all the time. I bet on the Giants, I bet on Seattle, and I bet on the Rockies at home. Those are three things that they always work. I'm probably going to stay off this game. Tampa, here's the funny thing, Bill. If you look at the lines tonight, there's not a single baseball line above -160 basically the whole day outside of the Rays -215. And I bet you the Rays with Romero versus Oakland with Euler would have been -350 before the season started. You know, like Vegas is just like, fuck this. This is crazy. We're making everything a -160. They're not giving much money to the other side. So I've parlayed the Rays with the Nets. That's one way I'm going to do that. So Rays and Nets is like -120 or something. You'll put it up on the board if it's not up already. So it's like -120-ish. So basically anything I like with juice today, I'm going to juice it with the Nets. So I'm just going to use the Nets as like an odds dropper for all the stuff. So I'll have other plays later in the day today. But that's a big one there. And then I had another play that I was looking at here. Interesting line in Minnesota, Bill. Dodgers -130 versus the Twins. We talked last year. You don't see the Dodgers as underdogs ever. Andrew Heaney sucks. So that's a little interesting line there that I'm going to dig a little more. I don't know what the other play was that I had. I think I don't know what it was. All right, I guess you're going to sign up. I had another one here that I was looking at. Oh, here it is. The Blue Jays +106. If you're going to keep giving me the Blue Jays plus money against the Yankees, I think this Yankee team is horribly constructed. I think it's just a terrible lineup. They have no lefties. I hate teams that all right. They have no lefties in the fucking lineup. It's just Rizzo and then Gallo bats 120. So I don't like what they did with the lineup. They started to make improvements last year. They went back. I don't like the coach. I don't like the lineup. I don't like management. I don't like much about this team. So I'm going to ride the Blue Jays here. And take
Stop moving guys around on that fucking team, bro.
Idiot, dude. He's a fucking
play the same lineup. We've already seen guys struggling in the field.
Aaron Hicks has played 75% of the game so far. How is Aaron Hicks is the new Gardner? Like this
because they have no true center fielder.
They did nothing.
You got to move Judge. You got to move Judge to center when he doesn't play.
They have a Gold Glove third baseman and Kleiner Falefa playing short. They got fucking LeMahieu who plays first one day, second the next day, third the next day. How are you going to get any rhythm? Gleyber Torres can't even get on the field. And when he does, like, you just can't do this to people. You can't keep moving everyone around in a sport like baseball where they don't change their underwear and they jump over foul lines as they walk onto the field because they're so superstitious and creatures of habit. You saw Garrett Cole blow a gasket the other day because the game started 4 minutes late. Then he's retarded for it. But the game started at 112 instead of 108, and he was screaming at the top of the dugout. I am a baseball player. I was the only person on my team who was not, in college and in high school, who was not superstitious. I was the kid who ran and scraped the line. You know when you jump over the foul line on your way onto the field? I'd scrape my foot over it. I would change things up between innings. But everyone else I know who played baseball, extremely creatures of habit. You cannot keep moving people in lineups and all over the field. No, I don't hope he gets hit by a dump truck. But I wouldn't mind if he got hit by a scooter.
You set up Judge's chambers in right field.
Maybe a little guy with a basket on me.
Where he hits home runs and where he plays. And then you move him to center.
You know?
The Yankees are retarded anyway. You got to bring up that kid. Bring him the fuck up. We just went over this the other day.
We got a center fielder and a shortstop in the minors. We got no center fielder, no shortstop.
Took the Yankees 4 years to bring up Judge. while they had 17 total home runs in their outfield in 2014.
Yeah, Aaron Judge came up 4 years. I mean, Aaron Judge should have come up the second he hit the team. 4 years later, they bring him up. He has 52 home runs the year he comes up. That means you probably brought him up too late. If a guy had 52 home runs in his first year, probably should have been up a year or two before that to hit 28, 32.
Batted 300 in 2014. What was wrong with that?
Yeah. Meanwhile,
we had fucking Ichiro, 40-year-old Ichiro playing right field.
We had Ichiro, Ellsbury, and Gardner was the Yankees outfield the year that they didn't bring Judge up. Bill was looking it up. They had 17 home runs as an outfield.
And then when Ichiro got too old,
fourth year in the minors.
When Ichiro got too old, we moved our DH, Beltran, to right field. Who was then 30-something, 39.
Complete disaster. We need Aaron Boone. Someone with a scooter who's not going to kill him. Clip his knee or something. Let's see if we can get him out of there for a little bit.
I mean, I don't think he has. I'm going to say it again. I don't think he puts anything into the fucking lineup. I'm telling you, they send him down, line up from the top, and he just fucking pencils it in. I'm telling you.
Dude, I've been screaming about him.
It's not him.
I've been screaming about him since Justin Smokes at bat when he walked
screaming at the wrong person, bro.
The fourth day he was the man.
At the wrong person.
No,
it's not him.
Dude, whoever it is,
fucking Steinbrenner family.
Dude, they're not deciding what pitcher to pin, what batter to
pin. They are
pin.
making the team.
No, I understand that. But I mean, the reason why they have Aaron Boone extended for another 3 years is because he's a yes man and he just does whatever the fuck.
Exactly, because he's. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, it doesn't matter who it is. If it's Cashman, if it's Steinbrenner, if it's Boone, the team's a mess. The team's not winning anything. Everyone's asking me, why am I betting against the Yankees so much? Because they're done. They don't care about me.
Do you think somebody's sending down a lineup that Buck Showalter has to play every day?
No, Buck Showalter's telling them what to do.
Buck Showalter is getting a lineup from upstairs and saying, oh, yeah, I'll play this. Get the fuck out of here.
No, that's why I'm saying. That's why I wanted Buck Showalter as the Yankee manager, or David Cohn, someone who wouldn't do that. But listen, they don't care about the fans. They don't care about us. They don't care about me, who's probably spent, if you had to guess how much money I've spent on tickets to Yankee games over the last 10 years, I would say playoff games alone, that 1 year I was spending $1,400 a game before I had connections. So, I mean, I probably spent about $100,000 over a 10-year period on Yankee tickets, probably $70,000 of it in the playoffs when I was going crazy and needed to sit on the field and all that kind of shit.
I had season tickets, a season ticket package for like 4 years when I was younger. And then I just stopped it. I'm like, it's fucking stupid.
Fuck that team. Fuck them. I don't care. I mean, listen, I'm still a Yankee fan, but fuck them. Like, they're trash. If they don't care about me and bringing in right players and right managers, I don't care about them fucking winning. So I'm going to be taking the fucking Blue Jays again today. Plus money, plus 106. I do like my over 1.5 parlays, Bill. They've been hitting like crazy. The only time I lost it all year was when I moved the Dodgers to 2.5 in course. And
it was close last night on that Braves game.
It was. They snuck it out. It was close. It was very scarily close. So we'll have another one of those today again for the subscribers. But, I mean, right now we're sitting on this plus 500 and this plus 350. Boston is favored. Detroit is plus money. You need to go out there and get a little hedging on that. But we should be free rolling the morning. We got some hockey here coming up today. I don't know if Ghost has any plays. Evan, does Ghost have any plays for us?
Yeah, he dropped one in the chat. That's going to be Buffalo-Toronto game, over 6.5. He said you can take 7 if it's 7.
Okay. Buffalo-Toronto. Let me see something here. I just got to see if a FanDuel conspiracy is on here. Bill, that FanDuel conspiracy for hockey has been crazy. Buffalo-Toronto, they're definitely not going to have 5.5. I think it's 7 on FanDuel. Alternate spread. Alternate total goals. 6.5 is available on FanDuel. You just got to go to alternate goals. 6.5 and 7.5. Not even offering a 6. So that fits it. So should be a shootout there. So Night Ghost on the over in Buffalo-Toronto. Bill, any final words while I go sweat the end of these plus 500s to start my day here?
No, my bet already cashed, so I'm not sweating anything until 4 o'clock and collect on Mondays or Tuesday.
Very proud of my day. Very proud of my discipline today. Not to go out and pregame bet this because I got a little smacked yesterday. Got to go fucking go get some big plus money winners. Start today. Change the universe. Evan, final words.
Oh shit. I put a new graphic up on the bottom. You can't see me. There we go. Like the video, subscribe, do all that stuff. Follow us everywhere, and that's it.
That's it. So get ready for NBA playoffs tonight. Nets, Clippers. We're on both, teasing them both, getting it all over the place. We got some baseball bets. Team McGill. Everything's popping. We will be back tomorrow. Price Wallace will be back for PGA. We will have Aber on for NBA. Myself, Bill, and Evan will be back, of course, dropping dimes. And hopefully we'll be celebrating a beautiful day of gambling. Get over to 4deepbets.com. Number 4deepbets.com. It's $27 for 7 days, guys. Get on over. Check it out. Try it out. Make sure you sign up for the Discord. We'll be in there tonight. For Bill, for Aber, for Evan, for anyone who was unable to join us, I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashing, motherfuckers.
Let's go!